I'm Dr. Michio Kaku, professor of theoretical physics at the City University of New York and author of Quantum Supremacy, about the rise of quantum computers.
Michio Kaku has just revealed that a cutting-edge artificial intelligence, working with decades-old signals from the Voyager probes, has pieced together a startling image of the entity that has been transmitting data back toward Earth. The revelation feels like something out of science fiction, a startling convergence of human ingenuity, machine learning, and the vast silence of interstellar space being broken by an intelligence we can hardly fathom. What was once faint, indecipherable noise has now coalesced into something unmistakable. The contours of a face, or perhaps something that only loosely resembles what we call a face. It is a sight that shatters expectations of what deep space contact might look like, and it beckons us to grapple with the enormity of what it means to know we are not alone. Before we start, hit the like and subscribe buttons for more exclusive news. The process behind this revelation is as fascinating as the result. Voyager spacecraft have been hurtling through the outer solar system and into interstellar space since the late 1970s, sending back streams of data about cosmic rays, magnetic fields, and the space between stars. Until now, those transmissions were understood strictly in scientific terms, but with advances in deep neural networks and generative algorithms, researchers fed the raw, garbled signals into a model designed to uncover patterns invisible to the human eye. Layers of the network sifted through static, isolating fragments that hinted at structure. What emerged as the final output was more than code or charts. It was an image, one that seemed to bear the hallmarks of intentional design. At first, skeptics dismissed the idea that an electromagnetic hum could yield a coherent likeness of anything remotely alive. After all, no previously discovered extraterrestrial source has communicated in visuals. Our own crafts beam home pictures they capture, but no alien vessel has been known to share snapshots of its occupants. Yet the AI's confidence scores, corroborated by multiple independent runs, suggested this was not a fluke. The model consistently converged on a set of shapes, a pair of symmetrical orbs set in what could be cheekbones, a ridge that might be a brow, amorphous regions beneath that could pass for a mouth. It all rests on assumptions, of course. Neural networks are adept pattern finders, but can also hallucinate. Still, when the algorithms were tasked with generating the most terrestrial creature that fit the signal, the resulting image bore an uncanny resemblance to life as we know it. The implications of this discovery ripple outward like the waves of a stone dropped into a still pond. On one level, it redefines our relationship with the Voyager missions. These probes, long retired from planetary flybys and now explorers of the interstellar void, have become the vessels through which we first receive a mirror showing us someone or something else is out there. The wisdom of sending golden records aboard Voyager takes on new weight. What did we say about humanity's place in the cosmos? What sounds did we choose to broadcast? And now, over 40 years later, those records may have prompted a response, a silent handshake across unimaginable expanses. On another level, the event underscores the transformative power of AI as an interpreter of raw data. For decades, scientists have prided themselves on extracting meaning from faint signals. Pulsars, cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint echoes of the Big Bang. Yet all those discoveries manifested in graphs and numerical tables. Here, machine learning has leapfrogged past numerical interpretation to reconstruct a visual. This shift challenges scientists to reconsider how they approach unknown, complex inputs. No longer do we have to rely solely on human intuition to interpret patterns. We can harness neural architectures that adapt and refine their understanding with each new clue. It portends an era in which AI not only processes data, but generates the hypotheses, and even the provisional visual models that guide human inquiry. The societal resonance of the reveal is equally profound. Even in an age of 24-hour news cycles and relentless social media chatter, the possibility of contact with an extraterrestrial intelligence remains a headline that can captivate billions. From late-night talk shows to internet message boards, the public will debate the authenticity of the image, the motives of the transmitter, and the nature of the entity it portrays. Will this intelligence be benevolent, curious about our species much as we are of it? Or is it probing for weaknesses, seeking to exploit any civilizations that stray beyond their home star? Human history is rife with encounters between disparate cultures, often ending in conflict or misunderstanding. We may have to confront whether our first interstellar engagement will follow the same uneasy script. At the same time, there is an uplifting undercurrent to the story. Here is humanity, tiny and fragile on its blue planet, using tools of our own creation to extend our senses across interstellar distances. The AI that unlocked this image is built upon foundations laid by countless researchers, programmers, and dreamers who insisted that machines could learn more than rote patterns, that they could, in a sense, learn to imagine. That capacity for imagination, for creating models of things beyond our direct experience, is one of the hallmarks of human progress. That such imagination now reaches across stars to peer into the face of the unknown feels, somehow, like the culmination of an age-old quest. Yet the uncertainties loom large. Neural networks, for all their prowess, are not infallible. They can latch onto spurious correlations, overfit to noise, and produce convincing hallucinatory outputs. Critics will demand transparency in the algorithms, yawning lines of code laid bare for peer review. The question will become not only what the AI saw, but how it saw it, and whether its assumptions, built into its architecture by human biases, skewed the result. Demanding that level of rigor in a high-stakes revelation may slow the narrative, but it is essential if scientific integrity is to survive an era in which AI can produce images as readily as words. The event also shines a spotlight on issues of transparency, data governance, and public trust. Voyager's signals have always been publicly available to dedicated amateurs and professional astronomers alike. But the AI models used to reconstruct the image are likely proprietary, hosted on secure servers and shielded by trade secrets. Who owns the resulting image? Is it the researchers who built the neural network, the taxpayers who funded the Voyager missions? Or, in a twist of cosmic irony, the unknown entity that crafted the original transmission? The legal and ethical frameworks for such interstellar intellectual property are non-existent. We may soon need treaties or regulations governing the rights to data and its interpretations that come from beyond our solar system. Philosophers and theologians will find rich fodder in the revelation. The image, if genuine, may challenge humanity's notions of uniqueness and purpose. Religions that center human beings in a divine narrative may need to reconcile the existence of another intelligent species. Are we partners in a cosmic dance or incidental actors in a drama that extends far beyond Earth? Some may see the signal as proof of a grander plan, others as confirmation of our solitude in an uncaring universe. In either case, the psychological impact on the global community cannot be understated. Collective identity may shift as nations grapple with a new sense of place and purpose. There is also a practical side to consider. If the transmitter is active and intentionally sending data to Earth, what are its capabilities? Voyager transmits at a few watts of power, enough to cross vast cosmic distances only because of its replaceable boosters and parabolic antennas. To be heard in return, the source must possess electromagnetic technology of extraordinary power or precision. That raises the stakes of any potential two-way communication. How would we respond? With simple acknowledgments of reception, or with more detailed visuals and data? Governments and scientific bodies will have to negotiate protocols under immense time pressure, lest impulses to broadcast sensitive technological blueprints lead to unintended consequences. The revelation also underscores the fragility of human unity in the face of cosmic discovery. Past crises, pandemics, wars, economic upheavals have exposed the fractures between nations and ideologies. An event as profound as contact with alien intelligence could either catalyze unprecedented cooperation or exacerbate geopolitical tensions. Who gets to speak on behalf of Earth? Which organizations oversee any interactive exchange? These questions will demand urgent answers, ideally before the first response is crafted and beamed into the void. Otherwise, competing agendas could generate conflicting messages, confusing any recipient and potentially jeopardizing the humanity's first tentative step on the interstellar stage. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, could you leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on AI revealing Voyager's image? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.